You are welcome to Literature Hub 247. This is a free online literature class. You can be part of us by just clicking on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you'll be part of this journey. And also, you'll be notified whenever any video is produced. This particular video is about an African play titled Once Upon an Elephant, written by Bosede Ademilua-Afolayan. Earlier on this channel, we've discussed the plot summary as well as Act 1 to Act 8 of the play. So this is Act 9 and 10. So you can equally request for the link to those acts that we've earlier discussed. Just write it through the message box that I'll send you the link to all the acts in Once Upon an Elephant, and I will do that. So this is Act 9. Now you remember in the previous act, Desola, Odekunle's lover, has been raped by King Ajanaku. So let's see what happens here. This act takes place in Lere's house. Odekunle, who is apparently crying, sits dejectedly surrounded by Jele, Lere, and Dele. So those are Odekunle's friends. Odekunle narrates what happened to Desola to his friends. Jele asks him what he did to stop the unfortunate incident. Odekunle says the people were harmed and he was there alone. Dere and Dele blame him for taking action while his lover was being the flower. Jele tries to defend him, that he said the people were many and harmed. Dele then says that Odekunle can continue with the leftover and do nothing. Jele responds again that Odekunle needs to be consoled by them and should not be blamed. Dele says he doesn't know what to say to console him. Dele then says that Odekunle is not a bastard, as he resembles his father with the cowardice. This annoys Odekunle, who stands up and grabs Dele. They are, however, separated by others. Dele sympathizes with him and Jele asks him where the incident took place. Odekunle replies that it took place at the Kolanut farm. He asks that it is their secret meeting place. Dele complains that Odekunle never told them about that place, being his friends. The latter defends himself that Desola said they should not tell anybody. Dele still insists that Odekunle should have done something then. Odekunle replies that he didn't just fold his hand. He says he threatened to kill her if he fought them. He says he always does it and nobody stops him. You observe something here that Odekunle is trying to hide the name of the person that did that thing from his friends here. His friend then pressurized him to tell them the person that did that to Desola. Odekunle tries to hide it from them. He tells them that he only wants them to go and see Desola on his behalf to know how she's doing. He says he feels ashamed to face her. When the pressure is too much on him, he sighs and tells them it is Ajanaku. All of them are surprised and ask why he would do that. Dele says somebody has to stop him and suggests that they all march to the palace and confront him. Jele calls for caution in taking foolish chances. Lere also supports him that in challenging a king, one needs to be cautious. Odekunle also calls Dele to order and cites instances of Ajanaku's misdemeanors in the past that nobody took any action. He mentions the case of Delani's wife taken by Ajanaku, that is Omayene. Jele says nobody knew he would do something more terrible. Dele then asks them what to do. As Jele asks the question, Odekunle gets up and moves towards the exit. His friends ask him where he's going or what he's planning to do, but there is no response from him as he exits. That is Act 9. Now Act 10. This act takes place in Silbawan's house. Desola sits quietly sobbing while her friend Yosola enters. You remember, Silbawan is Desola's father. Yosola is surprised to see her sitting quietly unhappy. She asked her what is wrong with her when she should be happy. Yosola is not surprised when Desola bursts into tears. She talks against all the good wishes of Yosola. She says no prayers answered and that her is a better bed of shame. She says she's ruined and destroyed. Demoke, her mother of her, hears her last utterance and she tries to shut her up. In response to a question from Demoke, Yosola says she has not told her anything. Desola says her mother doesn't know what's happened to her. Her mother replied that nothing will happen to her, that she will carry her children's children. She has that she doesn't know why God gave them only her. She then prays that she will have plenty of children, that she will not be tired of carrying them on her back. So Desola is the only child of her parents, that is Serubawan and Demoke. Desola responds that she will not have any children, and her mother stops her and says, "May Ogun forbid," quote and unquote. The next statement of Desola attracts the attention of Demoke. Desola says, "Where was Ogun when he was doing it?" quote and unquote. Demoke and Desola ask her who did what. Desola instead talks about the people dining and whining and waiting for a white handkerchief. But there is none. Only ashes of shame, top basket, gunpowder, and jeers. What Desola is saying there is that, in Yoruba land, on the day of the traditional wedding ceremony, the guests will be expecting a blood-stained white handkerchief from the bride. That is to show to them that the bride has not been this virgin. But if otherwise, such a bride will be put to shame, including her parents. She will be put to shame and they will pour ashes on her. That is why she's saying only ashes of shame, torn basket, gunpowder, and jeers. Because they will make a jest of her and her parents. She continues shouting, "He has taken it and has to talk to his father." Serubawan, her father, enters with Odegbami and asks what the problem is. Demoke explains to Serubawan how Desola is doing. She then calls Desola to open up to her father. Desola tells her father that he took it. Serubawan doesn't understand and also asks her who took what. She says he drags her out of the house and put her into shame. He mentions Odekunle. The people then believe she's referring to Odekunle. Yosola, Odekunle's sister, runs out of the house when he hears this without confirming the truth. Odegbami also says that they are getting some facts from her utterance. It is then Desola says Odekunle didn't do anything to her. She afterwards opened up about the rape. That is Act 9 and 10. Up next is Acts 11 and 12. You can equally request for the link to the Acts so that you have the access to it. So as I said earlier, if you are new on this channel, please try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever any video is produced. You're also free to share our videos on any social media platform. You can also invite your friends to join us. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask your question through the message box there. Just send your questions to the message box, be it on this video, any video, or any poem that we have discussed. Because on this channel, we have discussed all the poems and the text recommended by WAEC. So you are free to ask your questions. Thank you and God bless.